listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You are listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
True, and she said those aren't buoys. Oh, hey, all right. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is Monday, January 29, 2024. How is everybody? Did you have a good weekend? Great. The two teams I picked to be in the Super Bowl, Super Bowl bound. How does that happen? I don't think I've ever gotten it right. I mean, I picked one team making it, but holy mackerel. Football was great yesterday. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Second game was, they were both okay. There wasn't anything spectacular, although last night's second game was pretty good. Boy, I tell you, those, I feel bad for you Detroit Lions fans. Do you know you got beat by yourselves last night? You beat yourselves. Stupid plays. Can't control their tempers, over hitting the quarterback in the head. You're lucky you didn't get called for that one. That would have given them a first down, and then they would have won the game for sure earlier. But they still won it no matter what because you still made too many mistakes. Anyway, today we're going to talk about a possible, if not probable, UFO threat. That's China. Yeah, I think our government is scared of China's drone technology. It is light years ahead of what we have in the U.S.A. I don't care what the U.S.A. says. Well, we've got this one rocket now, and it can really go far. I mean, it can. It could do better than the China rocket. Yeah, all of a sudden, we went from being light years behind China to being, well, we've got one of these missiles we think is comparable. Nah, you don't. You're just trying to save face because China is gonna, you know what? I'm telling you, man, these UAPs that our guys are seeing that they call the Tic Tac are them. It's us testing them who are us. They, them. Sorry. I'll never do that. Oh, I was watching woke stuff all day today. I was getting caught up on my wokeisms. You guys are fun. We'll do a little roll call as soon as I suck down some energy. Oh! You know, this I don't need. Hold on, let me get this fixed. All right, that should work. In 3, 2. Let's do a little roll call and get this shindig going. Howie! I got a little bit of a headache from sleeping too much. You ever get those? Not fun. Not fun. Oh, ooh. You almost got to see a little hairy cleavage there. You know Harry. Remember Harry? I'm sorry, Harry. Harry. We're growing back the mat. Never going to grow it back. Jeanette, welcome to the show. Good to see you too, Tootsie Pop. Ben, the Yorkshire Goophonian, member for 16 Mo's. Great shows, Richie. Not been in chat much. Been lurking most nights. I know. We cleaned up the chat room. Now, guys, don't forget, you know, that other person, YOY, has other accounts. So, you know what to do. Ben, thanks for being a member for 16 months. That's a long time, man. Thank you for being here and being a member. And I'm good. You know, I had a feeling you were lurking. You're always here, man. It wouldn't be the same without you. David Wilcox, not Wilcock. Hey, welcome to the show. What's up, Enter Sandman? There is no joke, because we don't joke here at GoofOn. Everything we do is so anally retentive boring. You'll never worry about sleep. As long as you're here, you can fall asleep like that. I mean, it's that easy. Dinkamazi, welcome to the show. Marcel, welcome to the show. Goophonian Metalhead. What's up, DK? Derek Kennedy in the house. Good to see you. Welcome to the show. Glenn Collins, what do you say there, Chief? Welcome to the hoop. Sam O, Goophonian Rockstar. Yeah, I got this headache, and I took something for it. We'll see what happens. Now I'm starting to sweat. Why am I sweating now? I didn't sweat all day. I'm nervous. It might be the coffee, but not this. That's too much. All right. Hey, if I didn't say your name, it doesn't mean I don't love you. We got a lot of show to do. Buddy Choo Choo's here. What's up? Hey, Nathan. Welcome to the show. Good to see you too. The great Snafu. They always test new equipment to older systems to see how they work. Yeah, you're right. And that's what I think they did with the supposed Tic Tac. They don't tell our guys, hey, we're going to fly a couple of these new drones. See if you can keep up. No, they just say, let's put it out there and see how the best of the best of the best do. They already know the answer. If an object can go like this, and then you have another object that goes, making a turn, you know, they have Homelander, Jeanette. Right? They have Homelander and we have the Deep. No, we got the A-Train, probably. The A-Train. I'm talking about that show, The Boys. Man, I tell you, that is so much fun. And the guy who plays him, I don't remember his name, but I think he, I'd never seen him before, but there's a look about him. I can't say he looks gay. You can't say that, so I'm not going to say it. Oops. But he does. He does. When I do my members stream, I'll talk about that next time. Alfie Joe Bob, good to see you. Welcome. All right, let's get started. Because there's some show we got. We got a lot of show to do, for real. So, hey, Foghorn Leghorn, what do you say? How do you be? Welcome to the show. Mr. Sandman, okay, I'm starting. Kevin, how you doing? Kelly Lewis with the EW, what do you say? How do you be? Okay, now if I don't say your name, don't be mad at me. It doesn't mean I don't love you, it means I have a show to do. So, so I'm doing the show. I'm putting a format out now. For the last 100 years, I've just been winging it. And I feel like I've gotten sloppy. So I have things that I'm going to start doing like regularly, like what's on Twitter or emails and DMs, you know, the chat room, what's going on in that chat room. It's going to be a segment, I think. And then I also have what's called the sheeple people. We'll talk about them. Just trying to, you know, be a little more formalized and maybe make this show organized. Instead of me going, I don't know what happened. I must have done something. I feel like such a mohawk. I'm sorry, a schmohawk. I always get that wrong. I think of Mr. T and a face and the hair. All right, so I'm going to start tonight's show with some content. I'm sorry, hey, alien girl. How you doing, Amy Starchild? What do you say? How do you be? Just in time, because your friend, Mr. Bledsoe, has put some incredible UFO footage up on the internet. Yep. He went on the interwebs, and he posted, well, actually, UAP Mike, a.k.a. Moonbase Mike on X. Never heard of him. Bledsoe orb on film. Nobody's doing film. It's digital, ding dong. He says, UAP Mike says, get effed. I think this is to me. If you don't think this is cool, and don't say crap about it either. I want you to look at this. Now, what you're going to see is an orb, but I want you to tell me, why I don't like dots. This is one of the reasons. And I want you to tell me what this is. All right, I'm waiting. I don't know what happened. There it is.
Object.
Now that's Christopher Bledsoe talking like that. Oh, thank you. Good Lord. Okay.
Just walked out and asked for it to appear, and there it is. It's going right over the pond. Totally silent. Now it's dimming down.
I think it's speaking geese to you.
You see it getting dimmer. Dimmer. There it goes.
Now that's what I like to call one of the best orbs I've ever seen. Watch it again, and I'm going to play it at the normal speed because that right there is just beautiful. I know I sound like Bill Clinton. I know I do. Now we're going to get this right. Here's my orb. And there's this other video I have where it actually talks to me. And I say thank you. And I got a flashback. Holy crap, this guy's got PTSD 123 LGBTQ, okay?
Object.
I'm watching it.
I just walked out and asked for it to appear.
What did he say? If you can figure out what he just said here, you're cool.
I just walked out and asked for it to appear, and there it is.
I just walked out and asked for it, and there it is.
I just walked out and asked for it to appear, and there it is.
This is
Going
great.
right over the pond, totally silent.
It's speaking geese to you. Speak back.
It's dimming down. Thank you. You can see it getting dimmer.
I wrote to him. Well, I sent him a message in one of the videos, and I said it'd be nice, you know, if you got a tripod. Now all of a sudden he's got a tripod. See, I'm not such a bad guy after all. This guy never had anything on a tripod until I mentioned it. I'm telling you the truth. And the reason you need a tripod is to see true motion. But I'm going to show you some bullshittery from Christopher Bledsoe. So even though he got the tripod, he's still not recording it the right way. There's nothing to reference that from. He doesn't back out. He zooms in, because that distorts it. And by the way, it's not even in focus. I think he can do a little bit better. And this is what I call excessive dotting. This is, you might want to write that down. Excessive dotting, D-O-T-T, not doxing.
Dimmer. Port up here, and there it is.
Hold on.
Going right over the pond.
Watch this, watch this. I bet you, everybody.
Object.
Shut off. I bet you if I put the cursor here, this thing is moving slightly either this way or this way or this way or this way. Let's see.
I just walked out and asked for it up
It's
here,
going down and to the left, is it?
It's going right
Is
over
it
the
moving?
pond.
That
Totally
ain't. Oh yeah,
silent.
down and to the left. Oh, you can't see it. That was terrible. I'm trying to tell you that it's not going to move, and the cursor disappeared. That it is going to move. I think it's going down this way from top right to this way, which means it's the star series.
I just walked out and asked for it up here, and there it is.
I just walked
Going
out.
right over the pond. Totally
Oh.
silent.
Oh yeah, that is moving.
Thank you.
Okay, and let me tell you why the clip is only 25 seconds. I am so good at debunking this a-hole. You know what I mean? The reason you're only getting 25 seconds is because if he goes longer, people will do what I just did and see more movement from it. So he's giving us just this much movement, 25 seconds, and that is not an orb. Did it disappear? I don't know. It dimmed out. I don't know if it's the star Sirius, but the star Sirius I have on video, you all have seen it, and it looks like it's swimming in itself, and that's what we kind of have here. The swirling action. It's just a close-up of something bright at night, and it creates havoc with the camera sensors. I don't know what kind of camera he's using because he doesn't give us that information every time he posts, but another BS star, orb, whatever. Yeah, not legitimate UFOs. If it were legitimate, well, he's so used to doing it at this point, nothing's going to excite him to the point like it's his first time. Oh, there it is. Remember the first time? It's, oh, wow. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. It sounds like he was getting, oh, wow, this is great. Wow, thank you so much. You really, really, honestly, I can't do the voice. I don't know why. I think it's the headache. I just don't know. Anyway, you get the point. Christopher Bledsoe is full of Shiite. He is. Hey, Dorothy! 18 months too. Wow, that's long. Doesn't it feel like shorter? Like 17? Thank you so much. And I know it's long. I know it's longer, I mean. 18 months and I still don't get a wrench? Oh. Hey, not everybody gets a wrench. I'll have to message you. So I'll do that. Truthology for ufology for you. And a wrench. All right, we'll talk. Thank you, though. Oh, and this too, you even throwing down $2. That's right. I forgot to mention that tonight. See? That's all he does is talk about money. Actually, GoofOn is struggling. So if we are supported by you. Everybody's struggling. I know. But, we are supported by you. So Super Chat, Super Sticker, PayPal, Cash App, all the links are in the show description. Or you can just be a member like Dorothy did and 80 others. Thank you very much, Dorothy. A $2 super dono. Right back at you, big sister. Thank you. Dorothy's working a lot. That's the thing, guys. You got to keep moving. Life doesn't stop at 56. Huh? It's supposed to. All right. Let's move into a little bit of the topic of UFOs. I don't even know if I want to talk about this. Still, this Kirkpatrick, I don't know why we're still talking about Sean Kirkpatrick, Dr. Sean. Is it Sean? I always forget if it's Stephen. Well, Kirkpatrick, I guess they're still talking about how bad he did, what he lied about, saying he didn't see this, didn't see that. You know the drill. But I don't understand the big fascination. Why are people still talking about it? All right. The guy left. He seemed like he was being used. He knew it. He was only there for a year. And he's leaving and giving his final opinion. And I think it's funny that what he says, because it's almost like he's saying, if I didn't do it this way, they would have ripped me apart, the government. He took the lesser of two evils, it sounds like. I don't know the details. I'm just saying, it just seems that way to me. What do I know, right? There's a clip here of a pyramid UFO hovering over a crater on the moon. And it says NASA source, but it's from UFO sightings daily. And I just realized that when I was watching it, he doesn't really take well to people borrowing videos and using them and monetizing. So I don't want to take any chances, but I can show you a still picture. And I bet you Mr. MBB333 has the video. Yeah, right here. You know, it could be, look it over here real quick. See this? Right over here? That could be a UFO. That could be a UFO. Look, these are rocks. I mean, that's not even a perfect, this is close, but I'm thinking this is more of a reflection of rocks. Look at this down here. Why don't they pick on that one? They're all similar. So even though I couldn't play the video, I think it's doing its justice here by seeing similar objects in the still image. So yeah, they may be higher or angled differently, and for all we know, that could be legitimate UFOs, but I'm going to sneak a peek real quick and see it. And see if it's moving. Here we go. He's saying one is a ship that transfers stuff back and forth to the other one, which is the base. How do you make up a narrative like that and believe it? Where does he get that information from? What a nice guy this guy is, right? But you got to do the information better. You got to do the information better. Listen to my English. That's what he's saying. I'll tell you what else. This ship is just incredible. Look at the detail. This is the original, and then here's the enlarged prostate. This is what scares me. People that... He's talking about this here. This is the ship that carries the goods to the base, which is really over here, is what he's saying. Capiche? I can't play it, but I just wanted to show you. He's talking about the details. Now, I don't see any details. I see something, but I don't know what I'm looking at. Is that rock? Is that metal? Is it styrofoam? Is it a hoax? I tell you what, I think it's there. I don't think it's a hoax. I think it's a misidentification of rocks that are reflecting the sun. And believe it or not, the surface of the moon is pretty darn reflective. That's why, it doesn't have its own light source, yet from the sun during a full moon, sometimes you could drive without your headlights on at night. It's pretty bright. All right, well, I say that is rocks. I don't know what you guys think, so I'm going to look in the chat room, see if anybody said anything, starting with this. Ozzy Tiger throwing down $15. Wow. That is a super dono, too. It's a lot of love. Ozzy Tiger, strong right here. Thank you for that, man. I appreciate it. Mucho. Not doing that anymore. Thank you very much, man. You're a continuing supporter of GoofOn. Ozzy Tiger throwing it down with a vengeance tonight. So, come on. Hey, what's up, V-Man? Well, yeah, paper airplane. That's kind of what it looked like, right? No doubt. No doubt. I don't know, man. These aren't moving in the video either. So, pyramid, I'm not sure, man. I know because of those grooves in it, it looks cool, right? Rocks. Yeah, the moon is colorful, but the colors are washed out. Oh, right. Yeah, you know what? You're right. It's got dark gray, light gray, clay, off gray, slightly gray, night and shining gray. It's all grays. The moon be racist. I know. Right? Well, wait. At least half. The half of the moon. You guys are the best. All right, let's move on to the next topic. Shall we? Yeah, that thing ain't moving. He's trying his ass off, though. He's trying to convince us. Look at this. Oh, my God. He's searching all over. And he's finding all these other things that look like, look at these. Yeah, he was just scanning around and this was there. This white object is there. There's a lot of these highly reflective things, like I said. Here, let's go back. I don't have to play it. He was talking about these. Here's one. This crater, it's got all these bright objects all around it. So it is what it is, kids. Probably rocks. All right. Nothing like a moon rock, baby. I don't know what I'm doing. All right, I got this set up. I want you to hear, thanks to Dorothy sending this to me. I think it was her. The Danny Sheehan interview with the guy from Unraveling the Universe. I like what he said. I couldn't finish watching the whole thing because I know a lot of what he's saying. I've heard it before, but check this out.
Who was the Assistant Deputy Secretary of Defense for Intelligence under both the Clinton administration and the George W. Bush administration, that both of them had been involved in bringing these videos to the New York Times. Both of them were retaliated against, and on behalf of Lou, we filed a complaint with the Inspector General. And
okay, you know, that's why I remembered why I wanted to stop this too and show you this. He's talking about the people getting attacked. How come I'm telling you, I've never seen it. If they mean attacked, do they mean, yeah, people were saying they're going to come get me attacked, or people are just not agreeing with what I'm saying kind of attacked? Because a lot of people think harassment and being attacked, they have a wrong idea of what it really is. So I know Danny Sheehan probably won't make that mistake. But I mean, listen.
Under both the Clinton administration and the George W. Bush administration, that both of them had been involved in bringing these videos to the New York Times. Both of them were retaliated against, and on behalf of Lou, we filed a complaint with the Inspector General and began briefing the Inspector General's office about this, of what was being concealed from them as well. And so the pressure started building inside the Defense Department to come forward with a new set of protocols that actually protected whistleblowers. And then we got Congress involved, and Congress came forward with legislation to not only protect the whistleblowers, but to set up an office where the whistleblowers could come, which became the ARROW office, the all domain resolution.
Anomaly
office.
resolution, yeah.
Yeah. So that's how I became involved in this, and that's how, and what we did is we set up the.
Oh my God. I could, that's a 1 hour, 53-minute interview. There was this other one. Hold on. And I only watched half, I think. Here we go. I believe it's at 20 minutes.
Completed by October 17th of this year. So we are in the process of disclosure, finally, after all.
That's what I wanted to say. We are always in the process of disclosure, wouldn't you say? Always. I find that statement purpose, like he used that term because it's true even when nobody's doing anything, right? Let's just say everybody stopped talking on the internet about UFOs for one day. John Greenwald, myself, cousins, brothers, a lot of people out there are still doing research. It's still moving. People are still trying to get that door knocked down so we could have one of life's mysteries solved. This is the mystery. This is not as bad or as frightening as you would think it would be. If you compare it to death, like what comes, you got to die to find out. Holy crap. I just realized without disclosure here, we got to die to find out. The key is in death, I think. I think we got to die. Yeah, I guess I'm in no rush for disclosure, but Danny just said it. He just said it's already happening. I understand why he could say that and get away with it, but when disclosure happens? When you get the first piece of real evidence, not moomies, not shards of stuff that could be made on who cares, because it never means anything, right? The evidence is weak. Now, go to S4, get me my alien bodies that are dead, plop them out on a stage with the UFO, and we got disclosure. But until then, we're walking in mud, and it seriously is drip, drip times a million. Drip, drip, drip disclosure. Let's see what else. Another 20 seconds.
And get ready to turn it over to.
Oh, I replayed this part.
To the archives, which has to be completed by October 17th of this year. So we are in the process of disclosure, finally. After all these years, I've been at this for over 45 years and have gotten to talk with almost everyone in the field as an attorney, as in a certain sense, one of the attorneys for the UFO movement in the United States. So I've gotten to interview these people in the context of being an attorney, almost like doing depositions of all the people. And
can you imagine? Man, he has seen as much as he's gonna see. Amazing. Danny Sheehan doesn't get the respect he deserves from a lot of people. And they think he's shady because he's he's a lawyer for Elizondo. I don't know if he's still with Greer, but he's just a lawyer, guys. He's a constitutional lawyer who got involved with the UFO thing years ago. And people use him because he's good at what he does. And he gets to see and hear and read all those things, witness reports, evidence, trace evidence, whatever evidence they got. He needs to know about it because he's got to defend. He's got to know every single thing. Man, why do you think his hair's white? Right? Can't be any other color. Now, if it was blue, you wouldn't even hear me speaking about him. Yeah, I mean that. Oh, I do. I do. All right, I do. It's what you get when you wake up in the morning. Oh, that's not funny at all. No jokes, jerk. I'm sorry, me. Don't talk to yourself. They can see you. I don't care. You don't care. I said I don't care. All right. Because tonight I'm in a weird mood. Yeah. Couldn't tell. Thanks. I am going to play a video, a UFO video from TPOM. We're 20 minutes ahead of schedule. Giddy up. It's a good one, though. That's why. Or is it balloons? All right, what's next? I don't know what that is. It looks like balloons, right? Rotating 3 balloons. The objects are upstairs. Hello? You know you're...
So it might be a little hard to see, but...
Oh, especially when they don't show you.
Do a little bit of enhancement on this video, but people see a lot of strange lights.
A lot of strange lights in the sky.
At night, but this is broad daylight. So the eyewitness to record these luminescent orbs off in the distance and showcasing kind of...
Why is the music so loud?
Or communication.
Whoa! Turn it down! What is he? That's not me.
What to call them. They're definitely UFOs. They're separating. They're moving quite quickly. It's very unpractical what we're looking at. Nothing explainable.
Okay, this is a really good video, actually.
We're sharing with you the phenomenon. Brent, your thoughts? This one's a good one.
Yeah, Blake, it's definitely the quality is a little hard. The camera's really good, but just these objects are at such a distance, the camera's really...
That's funny because the first thing I was thinking is shitty friggin' camera shaking, a little bit out of focus. What the hell? Come on. Yeah,
having a hard time picking up on it. We're going to get some pretty good close-ups here to get you a little better vantage point on what we're looking at here. Again, we see these orbs kind of move from right to left, and take a look at these objects.
I don't see them.
Could they be birds highlighted by the sun? That's a possibility, but I'm thinking they're making these maneuvers that are unconventional, unlike bird flight patterns.
Yeah, you know, when I first looked at this, it almost looked like to me like balls of light that...
Blake, your voice. What happened? Helium? I'm joking. It's Apollo, everybody.
Were flashing, but then it's interesting because they kind of seem to form and like move together, and I'm almost wondering if it's actually like a triangular shaped craft behind the clouds there that has a light on each end, and it's kind of like moving around in different ways and like rotating. That's why it's coming off that way. What are your thoughts, Dr. J?
All right, let's hear what Dr. J. I'm surprised. All right, go.
You know.
Oh wait, I bet you he's gonna say. Let's guess real quick. What is Dr. J? I didn't listen to it, I swear. What is he going to say? Dr. J is a very smart guy. Sometimes he believes things I don't. And this is going to be one of those times. I think he is going to bring up balloons. Here we go.
Rick hit the nail on the head when he mentioned that conventional craft don't change directions in such a speed. And we also know that natural things such as birds can't do that. I don't think this is birds that are just being lit up. I understand the quality of the camera is not so good. She did the best she could. But at the same time, we always hear about people talking about orbs, whether they be tiny or 6 inches diameter to 30 feet in diameter. And I like what you said, Apollo, the fact that could this be some sort of message when they come into 3 in a triangle setting? Either way, this is very, I want to say interesting to say.
I'll repeat myself. I was muted. What did I say? I said, it's out of focus. I mean, this is horrible. Horrible. The whole thing never gets in full focus. Balloons, I don't think so. I think these are remote control toys. I don't know what. And I think there's 3 of them. And the reason they disappear is because you're seeing a different side that isn't reflecting the sun. So, you know, it could be orbs from another planet. It could be orbs from Earth. Or it could be It could be, I don't know. I'm going to stick with drones on this. It's weird, but there's got to be an explanation, right? And it looks like in that one part, right, we just saw it. Look, they disappear and then show up oddly. It seems like there's some hidden, like they show up like here, try to follow. Jesus, Marion. Like it's way down here. I'm going to slow it down. It's very interesting. You know, I was joking around, but watch. They'll appear. Your mother's dirty fingernails. And watch, nothing down here. There's one that was right there in the tree moving up. I want to follow that one. Look at how they're blinking and flying. Now, it went away. I don't know if I still see it. I don't know where it is. It's gone. So where does it pop up? The second one down here. It went back down. So what I think these things do, let's see, when they disappear, are they appearing down here because that's the angle of the sun? The sun reflects it, but when it's going in a downward position, maybe it can't reflect the sun because the way the wings are designed. Who knows? But let's see if if I'm right though. Now they're all gone. Let's see if they just appear. Thank you for that. Try it again. I think we should go to the beginning. Either that or just give up. Move on. Let's try this. Come on, Rich. I want to see here. It's more focused, but look, it's still blurry. It's still not very good. When they disappear, I want to see if they reappear down here. Still looks like 3 are up here. Just can't see the other one. There it is. Because if my theory is correct, when they disappear and they show up down here, these could be kites. We just can't see the fish line string that they're using. Could be kites, guys. It looks like they're acting like kites, to be honest. I just thought of it. Hey, Dark Hour Paranormal. What do you say, Mike? What's up, Bobby B? Bobby McBride. Bob Marley's here, too. Got a lot of bees in the house tonight. A lot of bees. Bobby, Ben, Bernie, Broomhilda. All right, are we done with this? I feel like I forgot what we were talking about. Oh, yeah, trying to... All right, here. See if they disappear and show up down here. There, one just disappeared. See if... Oh, there it is. Let's see. If this one's disappearing, is it going up? Oh, it's flashing. It's reflecting because it's probably rocking. That's what it's going like. It's rocking. And it's reflecting the sun. I don't know. Don't know. I don't know what this is, but I can only tell you what I think it is because the quality is like a C-. And that's it. Not easy, guys. Not an easy thing here. That's why it's a UFO. And, you know, usually when we see objects that look like these, they're balloons, kites. Look how fast they're moving, though. I still think it might be they might be drones. When it's all said and done, though, what do we have here? UFOs. They're not planes. And let me tell you, I don't think it's drones. They would have to paint them white, obviously, but they're not. They're making maneuvers that are just a little too sharp to be a drone. I'm not sure, man. We'll have to figure it out. Do more research if we can. It's a good one. It really is. I thought it was BS at first, but it's not bad. But that's the thing. That's the thing. I think it's something mundane. I don't know what they got here next. It looks interesting.
The information on the photo that I send you.
Oh, it's some...
listen up. We're going to do a follow-up and enhance the photos that she submitted to us earlier.
I sent you all the pictures. the ones before and after. So it was taken in Ocoee. I was on my way home from work, and the sky was super clear. So I just pulled over by a cow pasture, and started just taking shots of the sky because all of the planets, the stars were so clear and pretty.
What are we looking for?
And so I just took a series of pictures real quick. I wasn't really focusing in on anything except the brightest, I thought to be a star in the sky. I zoomed in on it and took a couple of quick shots. And then I didn't even see this in the sky, honestly, until I got home and was reviewing the pictures.
What? What? All right. Something's wrong with this, though. You guys see what I see? Doesn't this look penciled in? I've never seen this look like this before.
And noticed that
these black marks. I don't know, man. It looks like they were trying to draw on to make the outline stand out, unless it's the darkness of space and the bright reflections off this object creating that. But let's forget about that for a second and look at what she captured. I mean, I have no words. I don't even know what that could be. I mean, it looks like a UFO. Why am I on this screen? Come on, put me back on the... There you go. So it looks like it's a winged, man-made predator type looking object in space. It looks like there's something here. I don't know if this is more of the craft. It looks like, if you look from this point to this point, this looks like a bridge, another bridge, or like, is it detached? Or you know what I mean? Because you have all this darkness. And it looks like there are these things that go across. I don't know if it's one craft or it's two craft, like mirroring each other. You know, like, is it doing this? Like, I'll show you with my hands. Come on! Is it doing this? And it's just slightly off a little bit, and then there's a wedge in between, like this much. That's what it looks like it's mirroring. And then there's a space between it, see? Like that. But it's connected with... Weird. Very weird.
I had caught this object.
It's a moth.
In the picture, in one of the pictures.
It is.
So I could send you the information about that photo, which I will send it to you, so you can see the exposure. I don't really know much about taking pictures with the iPhones. I just zoom in, zoom out, and then that's it. Maybe you can tell how, by the information on the photo that I send you. I learned about third phase of the moon actually from a friend of mine who watches your channel, has been watching your channel forever. And so I think I followed you guys, I'm not sure, but I know the name. But I've been seeing your videos actually coming up here, up on my feed quite a bit on YouTube. And then today I was scrolling through and saw the title about, the most top
and things around it, and it's very like metallic looking, and it makes me wonder if maybe it's some sort of like space junk that's floating out there
on this, but I think we're making out some kind of craft up there.
All right, I'll put the link to that in the show description so you guys can go check it out at your leisure. Very strange looking type of craft. To me, it looked like it was put on there, but I know I'm probably wrong, but didn't it? It doesn't mean it was, it just looks that way. And if it usually looks that way, most of the time it is be that way. All right, so throughout this week, and I'm going to try to do something similar like this every week or every other week, because I've done it before, where I have a video that's a very long video, like the one I want to play. It is over an hour and a half, I believe. 4 hours, 3 hours and 30 minutes. So it's from Stephen Greenstreet, and it's in the New York Post because he made a documentary called Spooky Hustlers, how wacky UFO activists and crazy ghost hunters duped Congress into hunting UFOs, basically Skinwalker Ranch. Now I'm saying to myself, don't we know? Like, who cares at this point? Yes and no, because right now it's a little slow in ufology, and I like to see what I remembered, and a lot of things we didn't go over that were just passed by due to lack of time or I forgot. But there's a lot that we haven't discussed. I realize that, and I kind of want to do that for about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and see if anything's changed. And, because now we can go back. We have a starting point for when Lou got here, TTSA started, and the whole Buppity Bop Skinwalker Ranch, the Unidentified, the TV show, and the falling of TTSA and Lou, and everything else that happened, the congressional hearings. I mean, there's so much, man. It's crazy what we didn't talk about. With that being said, I'm just going to start this. Why OSAP wasn't included in the New York Times story. No, that's not what I wanted. No. Everybody knows that ATIP was just a nickname for OSAP. I don't need to play that. So, you see, I'm trying to get stuff we haven't listened to. I think I found it. Nah, I changed my mind on the other thing. I don't care. He has chapters in here, and I'm going to have to go look on the chapters. I'm going to start doing chapters too. Chapters, you guys know what that is? So let's say you missed the show live. You miss it. I can put timestamps right here underneath in the show description, and it'll bring me right to that part of the subject that we were talking about. So if you don't want to listen to 2 hours, but you see here, oh, Rich made a video about Lou Elizondo, well, you can just go click on that number right there, and it'll take you right to it. I'm going to start doing this tonight. So everything will be in a category. It only takes me 10 minutes to do. I might as well do it. No, I'm not doing 4 hours. Look at this. So literally I could pick anywhere here, and they also make it with little thumbnails too. So this way you can go, oh, Lou Elizondo's complaint to the DOD, Arrow, the new Pentagon, and other activists, Lou, Bozo. So I figured we'll start somewhere, and I don't want to do this anymore. I'm already distracted with this. I'm disinterested. I'm disinterested now. All right. Elizondo and other activists continue the false narrative. Let's see what this is about. See? Isn't that cool? So I'm going to do the show like this now.
As for Elizondo, he, along with other former members of Tom DeLonge's To the Stars Academy, have been lobbying Congress to spend more money on UFOs. They say the original New York Times article continues to influence congressional leaders, since many of the paranormal aspects weren't included in that story. Chris Mellon, the guy who once stood in front of a gigantic photo of a blurry party balloon, admits that telling Congress about OSAP would be counterproductive.
Their efforts appear to have paid off.
Congressional leaders like Senators Kirsten Gillibrand and Marco Rubio helped create a new UFO program at the Pentagon. The new program is called the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office.
Does anybody else want to just end it? I mean, how many times is he going to keep promoting this? How many times am I going to keep playing this stuff? I don't want that. That's boring. I don't care. And I think I'm done with what's going on and all these, like James Lukatsky and Bigelow and Harry Reid and all of these people are in the government. They were put together by whoever, Christopher Mellon, I think, Harry Reid, and formed TTSA. And all they did was grab the government. It was supposed to be for the people. It's just awful. And then they steal $3 million in donations, right? They were supposed to build a craft that can go through the earth, go into space, go underwater, under ice. All right, I'm going to play this anyway because I said I was going to. And there's a surprise person here. So I know everybody loves this guy. Nobody has a bad thing to say about Nick Pope. Do they? Guys?
Nick, welcome back to the basement office.
Thanks, it's great to be back here.
Great to be back here. We're going to talk about Skinwalker Ranch, but before we do, I want to acknowledge where I am.
Well, I'll tell you something there, mate. I haven't got a slightest idea what I'm even doing here. Who am I? And what have I contributed to the UFO community in the last 30 years? I haven't done crap. Nick, the mic is hot. I almost said the mock is mic.
As an investigator, a journalist, someone who's been looking at UFOs throughout the show, and I have to say, Nick, I am a little bit more skeptical now. I've had doubts, and anyone who's followed me on social media is fully aware of this. I've veered recently into a more skeptical
as
realm.
you should.
I totally get that, and I'm not saying that I haven't been there myself. I think you start off, as you say, captivated by this. How could you not be? But eventually, yeah, you start to ask some rather more pointed questions, and there's a kind of moment, a sort of wait a minute moment,
right.
and you've obviously hit that.
How come we can never get that moment and have it be a positive thing? Right? Like you're sitting here one day and, for instance, and you're like, damn it, nothing's ever going to be released. Disclosure's never going to happen. Or the next day you wake up and you're like, man, that guy was caught lying, or that girl lied. And the next day you're like, I can't believe Corbell is another hoax or a lie. I don't understand this guy. How come it's never, oh my God, have I got news for you? I have got the best news in the history of ufology. That never happens. Never. Now, we kind of, had a feeling like that when the congressional hearing started, but we knew we weren't getting evidence anyway. We were just excited to see what are they going to say. And guess what? Nothing. Nothing. No buts about, no, wait, Rich, no buts. No, but they swore on a Bible. Atheists swore on a Bible. Well, they did. So if anything, if they lie, they're committing, a sin, a lie to God. Oh, I swear they're probably not going to be able to sleep for a while. They're so scared. Give me a break. Do you know people lie more when you tell them, and they're going to lie more because they know nothing happens when you go to the afterworld, afterlife. I mean, I'm not saying we know for sure, but come on. The guy died on the cross for my sins. Like, I need to worry. Just let me live my life. I mean, he swore on a Bible in a congressional hearing. No crap. Do you know how many cops do the same thing? Do you know how many people in the military? Everybody does it that works for the government. Do you know that? And guess what? They don't even know anything about the law. Even cops. Cops don't know. Wrong show. All right. Oh. Well, oh, this is the Danny Sheehan link that I found. Okay. It was 14-minute mark. All right, let me go to the 14-minute mark. Let me bring up Sheehan. I can't do Screen Street today. I just can't. And I know that makes you guys happy. But we gotta see if there's any patterns. So don't be cruel. Danny Sheehan, let's hear what he says. Now the reason I'm playing this, can you get me? I'm talking. Danny Sheehan. I forgot what I was talking about. All right, let's play the clip. Meatballs, play the clip.
The sightings, and he brought the videos, now well-known videos of the Tic Tac and the others
Paddywhack
to the New York Times. So I came kind of full circle. So there I was with the New York Times, now board of editors, making decisions about revealing to the public the existence of this top secret investigative project at the Pentagon that was analogous to the Pentagon Papers. And so when we broke that story, the floodgates started coming open and other whistleblowers started coming forward. We met with people in the Congress. And
you know what? Yeah. So what? I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed. I can't. Just don't know what it is tonight. I just can't get interested. No, I mean in what they're saying. I feel like you know what it feels like? Ufology feels like everybody's scrambling. Everybody's looking for, I don't know. You got people still talking about Miami. All right. Everybody knows that has got to be a psyop or a hoax. There's no evidence because they hid it all. Why did they hide it all? Well, that's the conspiracy. So, we start the year off with that. And, January's almost over in a couple of days, right? Wednesday? There's 31 days in January. Hold on. Anyway, nothing of any meaning has happened. And we're already a month into the year. I know the holidays do it every year. Every year it slows down. I get it. So I expect February, March, actually March and April, I think are going to be extremely important months from the side talks that I've had with certain people in the know, and they seem to know something's happening and it's really good is what I'm supposed to, like evidence may be coming out. Some people think it's going to be in June. Some people think it's going to be May. I don't know. I say the sooner the better. What are you waiting for? What's the holdup? If that's a reality. So in the meantime, what do? We try to scrounge up whatever UFO stories are out there, people posting their videos, strange weather events, and people keep forgetting about China. That's the real threat. That's the real threat. They just can't come out and say it. But I have a feeling, because the Illuminati playbook says some shit's going to go down real soon. And I think they're playing the book close to their vest. Is that it? Their vest or the book's vest or somebody's wearing a bulletproof vest. That's it. That's what it was. And something's going to happen. There's going to be a release of evidence that's going to trigger this outcry, this public outcry for the evidence. If that happens and we go down to Washington and we just sit there like this, save the UFO aliens, UAPs, they're for me's, you know, and well, that's why I'm down on my knees. No. UFOs are real. Tell us the truth. They don't care. They don't care if we go down there and block traffic. They don't care if we break in to the Capitol. What do they call that? Oh, that's right. It's a resurrection. Insurrection. The insurrection that never happened. It was just people walking and it was just people. Nobody got hurt. Even OAC lied about where she was. You weren't even there. I'm scared for my life. You weren't acting like that before. Now all of a sudden it's a thing and now you're scared? God, I hate that lady. She's a Bhutan. You know what a Bhutan is? Look it up in the Italian dictionary. All over Bhutan is nationwide. That was a tramp. It's a tramp in Italian. All right, what would be this show if I didn't have a Jerry Corbell? I've got a Jerry Corbell clip here for you. You know who I can't stand, and I didn't really realize it until I seen him talking to Jeremy, is Steve-O. Why is this guy relevant? He's just awful. He's just the jackass guy, you know, from the movies. Why is he talking UFOs with Jeremy? Oh, they're friends now. And Jeremy lets us all know now that they're friends. He goes, you know, he says this during the show and he goes, we're friends now. I think we text each other every day. I'm like, okay, let the world know. Name dropping, fake dropping UFO yin yang bucket of ball bags.
Watch the trailer. I've been watching the series on Tubi. We had to talk to you again.
I mean, I can't. It's like Steve Scambian. Steve-O Scambian. Steve Scambian. Sorry, Steve. I mean, the Steve in the chat room. All Steves who are here are good Steves. And by the way, this here on his shirt, that is from the album Killers by Iron Maiden, and that guy is called Eddie. Eddie is the mascot of Iron Maiden.
I think you have UFO disease. I think that you now have an addiction to UFOs, and there are groups for that. I will run that for you. We can do FaceTimes.
He's so funny. All right, here we go. I wanted this.
You mentioned how this.
You mentioned how that you would.
Tubi 3-part series, TMZ Investigates, TMZ Presents,
on
UFO Revolution. You said that it gave a personal kind of glimpse into your life.
Yeah.
And I saw on there that you described how UFO it's more of a hobby for you, that it's that you have a job.
Oh,
and that your job isn't about UFOs.
Yes. I mean, it's not a hobby. It's an obsession. I'm an addict for UFOs like you now. But so I think that is one of the things that it reveals in the show. And again, I have to watch the final cut. But yeah, I mean, I have put more money and time and just, energy into investigating
into faking the public out, lying about what you give us in the public eye, in the forum of love. You give us hate. I don't know how anybody could be so blind. It's impossible for him to get it all wrong every time. By the way, the jellyfish, it's not a UFO. Who cares if we don't know what it is? We just know that it looks like a balloon of some sort. It's Jeremy Corbell. Come on.
Cool. When you sent me
Here, he's talking about being a target now, and how he's got a target on his back. And let me ask you a question. I said that when we were talking earlier, you kind of had a little problem with being followed. Can you explain this to me?
trailer.
The guy sounds great
for the Tubi 3-part series. There's kind of a lot of emphasis on people being in danger, people's lives being threatened, people.
David Grush.
Yeah.
Show me the evidence. You know, nobody, nowhere, no how has seen David Grush have a death threat. I've never seen it. I looked everywhere. If anybody has that, email it to me. I need to see it. I need to see who made the threat to take out David Grush. I want to know. I think it's bullshit. I think it's a lie. I think it's to make him sound important, like they did with Lou. You know, Lou claimed that people were, oh, they're calling me names. They hate me and my family because I said this, that, and the other thing about UFOs. Well, Lou, where did you think you were going? It's the internet. You don't want to have anybody know. Don't go on the internet. That's it. But I can't believe that people's lives. I mean, can you tell me one thing that was done to you that maybe we could say, wow, man, that really is true?
Right. And the last time we spoke to you, you seemed pretty laid back about the whole idea of being a target, being in danger, in the series itself,
Jeremy Corbell's a danger to himself and the UFO community. And that goes all over ignorance is bliss.
You're safe because you're a journalist.
Oh my God.
If you want to be safe, I think we can all agree that being a journalist with integrity might help. But what I think really helps more than anything.
But Jeremy has no integrity. So yeah, he walks around in public looking over his shoulder. Don't lie to the public. Don't be lying to the public, you gullible fuzzball of a human. I was trying to be nice. I was nice, fuzzball. All right. Ridiculous I am. I'm so stupid. Oh, okay. So this was sent to me. Who sent this? I think it was Edwin. I'll just say that. Yeah, this was what you sent me. We're going to look at that. All right. So there's a new witness that came out for the Miami thing. If I didn't show you, I wouldn't be doing my job. I don't know if you guys have seen this. I thought I just pulled it up. Is it here? No. Here? Yeah, I already had it up. Okay, I was watching it before the show started. Well, I wanted to see what we were getting into.
Never heard of it?
All right, I want to make sure we get the person. Is this her? I believe this is her. But then we've got this one. Looked like something you would see out of a sci-fi movie.
I see all these police coming in and telling everybody to get out of there. And everybody was being really suspicious.
Okay. I'll stop it right there. The way this person speaks and the way they're speaking tells me they're not the brightest bulb on the Christmas tree. This is worse than I thought. Oh my God.
Because everybody was going towards me and they told me to get out and keep my mouth shut. I was like, why? Why won't I stop talking? I want to know what's going on. They kept on telling me that there ain't nothing going on.
Could we all be in agreement that this is a man of color? Or woman of color? right? I think we could all agree there, right? Without knowing. However, it's a man. You can tell by the body, right? But what 3-letter word, maybe 4, maybe 8. I would say this person here.
And I don't believe. I think something's there, and I'm gonna find out.
Now, whether or not this person was trolling the internet and sending this clip.
That's a troll. All right, let's go back here. By the way, this is from Laney and Ben channel. 156,000 subscribers. Go over there, check them out. I'll put the link to this in the show descript.
Just got off of work. I went to go pick up a few items, y'all.
Okay.
I go to the bread aisle. Now, the bread aisle is super long. I'm at one end of the bread aisle. There's a guy that's about 3/4 of the way down in the bread aisle. He got a cart, I got a cart. He's looking at me. And you know how you can see out your peripheral that somebody's staring at you. He ain't just looking, but he's staring at me. I kind of look his way. He's still staring. I go ahead and I get my bread. I go back around the other way because I'm going to the international aisle to get some pasta and some other stuff. While I'm in the international aisle at one end, this guy comes around and he's at the top of the same aisle. I see him still looking at me. Now, mind you, there's a couple of things that I need to get out of that aisle. So the first part of the aisle, I grab what I need to grab, and I go about midways down. He's at the other end. So he's staring at me still. So I kind of look at him, and I go like, how you give somebody that type look? He's still staring. So I'm looking for what I'm looking for. I can't really find it because he's throwing me off because he keeps staring. Mind you, this man don't have nothing in his cart.
Okay.
He's not even turned to.
Does anybody want to just come out and say it? Shopping while black. She's being followed by store security. Couldn't it be any more obvious? Unbelievable. And we turn it into this alien guy. He's an alien. He's looking right at me. Won't stop staring. He's got nothing in his cart. And everywhere I go, there he is. Yeah. It's called security. Unbelievable. I feel bad for her. She's got to think of, that it's, well, we didn't hear the rest of it. All right.
To look at any food.
This is where it gets really weird because as if that's not
So wait a minute. So she's saying everywhere I go, he's following me and he's not getting any food. And, it's just a weird. I go there, he goes there. Well, maybe you're following him. Maybe he thinks you're following him. Every time he looks your direction, you're looking at him. It's funny. I don't know.
intimidating enough. Just wait until what happens next.
He's looking directly at me.
What is it?
By this time, I'm like, you know what? I'm not on it. I'm about to just stare you down.
Damn.
So I turn to look at him. Y'all, when I tell you, this man stared at me and his eyes turned black.
Oh, damn.
Everything in his whole eyeball, not just the pupil, but the white part, turned completely black.
What does that mean?
He looked, it said,
So he's a
black, and then he walked away.
He's a reptilian.
I tell you, I left that car sitting in that aisle. I didn't even buy nothing.
I tell you what, girl, I left that car sitting in the aisle. I didn't even take a look back. Be trifling, staring fool. That's not nice. I should. See, I felt bad that I did that. Well, goddamn. I'm not joking. You know what? There aren't a lot of. Let me rephrase this by telling you what I want to say. My first live show I ever did was called Where are the black people in ufology? It was a while ago, 18 years ago. Nobody said a word to me about, you can't say that. Everybody's like, you're right. Where are the black people in ufology? And it come to find out, we had about 400 to 500 people every night, and it became a thing. So there was a count going on. We were up to 30. We were up to 30 people we had that were black people that found the AZ UFO show that are into UFOs. It's interesting that there's not a big, you'd think it would be evened out across the board. But then I heard somebody say something that clicked and it made sense. UFOs and Bigfoot and haunted houses, it's a white man's world. White men. There's a show that it was called, I think, The Brothers of something. Like they were ghost hunters. And I don't know, about 5-6 years ago, they started. And it was okay. It wasn't bad, but it was kind of goofy because they didn't know how to, it seemed like they didn't know how to act on camera. And it just seemed like they weren't good at what they were doing. The show, I don't even think the show's on anymore, but yeah, I think the paranormal generally is a white man's thing. Nothing racist about that. During my UFO tenure, how many people have I ever skywatched with that were, I'll just tell you, the answer is one person out of all the people I've ever met over the years, one person. Two people. No, maybe it was 3 people. Count, what was that guy? The Count? Count Chocula? But it's true. Minorities and UFOs just, unless you go to Mexico. Mexico, they all forget about it. I'd be the minority in Mexico. But I would be the high percentage of people doing research for UFOs, not balloons. Oh, man. I wonder why it is that way. I think it is. I think ufology is a white man, white person, whatever. Hey, it's pretty much 90% male-dominated conspiracy paranormal thing. It's really 86% male. It sucks. Why do you think the guys, every time they see a girl or a woman, right, they're like so analytical. They're like, I've never seen this creature before in ufology. There's been a few, but look at the way she moves. Look at the way her hair flows. I've never seen this before in ufology. And all the guys are like animalistic. They get crazy and they want to marry you. Me too. Guys. It's been thrown my direction over the years. All in good fun though. But yeah, second would be women. There's not enough women in this field. Why? Because it's so male dominated. I don't think women feel comfortable sometimes. We've seen that here, right? You know, you get these guys, they want to flirt. They think it's good that you can say this or that, and it's not good. You don't say this or that. You say nothing of the sort. It's always nothing of the sort. Never this or that. Write that down. Guys, always say nothing of the sort. Good. I heard you. I think that's true. I think men think they start, believe me, I've done it myself. Not on purpose, but you feel like You want to help. I've always felt like I wanted to help all women. But I'm too negative. I'm too negative. Not negative, but all right, I'm realistic. Yeah. I just want to see good ufology, not fake. Not people who just come in here because it's popular. Do you know it's very hard to maintain anything in this field? It is very hard to keep it going. I've seen a lot of channels. They started up a few years ago. They're gone now. You see people start up and then they don't do anything, right? They just don't feel comfortable, but they want to do it. So they create the channel and you're like, oh, I know that guy. Oh, I can't wait. And then we're waiting and waiting and waiting. Nothing. There's a lot of good shows out there too right now. Both men and women. There's a couple of good shows. You know what I'll do tomorrow? We'll do that tomorrow. Let's do that. Let's see what other people are doing in ufology tomorrow. And I was also thinking about one more thing. A 3-hour show, Monday through Friday, members on the weekends. The first 2 hours of the show, I do my thing. The third hour is inviting you guys on to talk about what we went over. It's 3 hours. I don't know if you guys would like that. I can do it. And I've been thinking about how I can make you guys more part of the show, because Dorothy made a good point to me. Because she said she likes it. She likes seeing the people talking. And she's right. I would like to see more people talking on shows, like roundtable type of shows, having discussions with people. I mean, it brings up so many new and fresh ideas that I can't think of all on my own, that, you know, after doing things a certain amount of time, certain years go by and you're like, even I'm getting bored listening to me, you know? So I think that's a good idea. I think I want to implement more of that. And I've been saying that for years, but it's not easy. I'll tell you why. Would you watch the same 5 people every time? Because that's what happens. It's Dorothy, it's Moon. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I wish it was so big that we can have 10 different people on every time. And that's one of the reasons why I don't do those roundtables every week like I was doing before. It's not a bad thing to have the same people on. I'm just realizing that. It's not bad. All right. I'm going to think about it. About doing a 3-hour show just Monday through Friday, with the last hour, maybe even the last half. I can do an hour and a half, and then the last hour and a half is you know what I mean? So we'll think about it. If anybody has any ideas, just email me. I'm up for a change. And you can send your UFO evidence, no dots, to goofonradio@gmail.com. And you see, I asked nicely, no dots, please. Somebody, I won't say their name, sent me a lot of stuff, like a lot of evidence they were capturing. And I looked at it. And after looking at all the pictures and stuff, I had to be the bearer of bad news. I hate being the bearer of bad news. But if that person is watching, same thing I told you in the email, it's not personal. If you want to share the information you have, I would think twice about it, you know. I think he would get crucified. But we all have to start somewhere. I didn't have anybody to go to when I first started. I had to figure it all out, which I think is the best way to go. It is the best because, well, I also came up with the website and the show, so people were telling me, hey, you're capturing iridium flare satellites. What are you, an idiot? Not. And then they explained to me, because I captured over 1,100, 1,500 total after I still kept capturing cool ones, but I was doing it for 11 months straight. And I was out there 2 hours before sunrise, 2 hours after sunset, religiously. I mean, 4 hours, 4 and 4, it was a total of 8. And then I would stretch it out and stay out. I did that. I went out, I had strep throat in February, and it was freezing. It was 25 degrees in Arizona, and I was out there with my robe looking for those things. You know, like I said, you got to start somewhere. And I just tell everybody, you just keep going. Just don't stop just because this isn't a UFO, right? Just because you captured all that stuff doesn't mean the effort creates the object. That's not how it goes. I know you put a lot of time into it. When I found out, after being outside 8 hours a day for 11 months minimum, capturing things that weren't even UFOs and putting them on my website, it took one guy to tell me, I'm going to prove to you what you're capturing are iridium flare satellites. And he did. He proved it. That day I took down all the stuff. I left 1 or 2 up and said, I made a mistake. Here's what I learned. And that's how it should go. I didn't get upset. I mean, I was a little dejected, but I was almost relieved. I'm like, I knew it. I knew it was too good to be true. I kept telling my wife, babe, nobody's seeing this many UFOs. This can't be real. Oh, maybe they're satellites, she said. I go, but I've never seen a satellite do what it's doing. Well, what is it doing? It's going in a straight line. Check. Satellites do that. Okay. And then it gets really bright. It looks like it's 100 feet up in the sky, but really it's in space. Huh. I don't know, babe. So it took this guy messaging me, and I didn't get mad. I was okay. So I hope this person who sent me all that stuff takes it the same way. Take what I said the same way. Don't get mad. Just, it's somebody who's been doing it. So anyway, send your stuff there. goofonradio@gmail.com. And yeah, no dots. Ever. And that's what I got. There were a lot of dots. There were a lot of dashes. It's the typical stuff that people see that's created on the camera, but isn't really happening. All right, check this out. Oh, no, never mind. I already did it. Hold on a second. Play this. Oh, I got to play this, it says. No. Oh, okay. Well, we know there's going to be whistleblowers coming, right? There's supposed to be 40 of them. 40 whistleblowers, not all at once. Right? Not all at once. Are you guys, does anybody, do you care? Honest to God, does anybody care about these whistleblowers? I'll help you out, and I'll tell you, you care, but you don't. You're happy because the process is happening, right? They're going through the motions, congressional hearings, SCIF meetings, and all that stuff, right? All that stuff. However, a giant UFO was hovering over Alaska. How old is this? Please. 10 days ago? So, an Alaskan fisherman was shocked to discover a giant starship hovering over his house. The next morning, hundreds of people phoned their local radio station reporting similar sightings. Huh? Or catch, wait a second. This is not real. This is a TV show? It's called DMAX UK is the website. I thought this was just a regular thing. You know what I mean? DMAX on Facebook, DMAX on Twitter. They've got a couple of... Here, I'll just show you bits and pieces. We'll do it right. There, that's what they saw.
And it was close enough that Bill could make out details underneath.
It had kind of a diamond-type crystal right in the middle of the bottom of it that was emitting blue and white reddish.
So it had a crystal, which was probably creating this rainbow effect, the prism light, right? That's what it is. Can you imagine seeing that?
And asked them, hey, would you do me a favor? Tell me I'm not crazy and look over.
You know, when I had the dreams and I saw this UFO in the field, cracks me up. I remember when I got up next to it, I couldn't hear any of the traffic. If there was any, I couldn't hear the wind. I remember this too. When I went inside of this thing, it was all a dream, but I think there's some real meaning. I think that I may have had the experience in another lifetime. And when you go to sleep, sometimes your dreams tap into your memories of previous lives. Oh my God, I sound like Angelia or Dark Hour Paranormal. Who am I at this time? I'll tell you who I am. I'm Elton G. Yeah, I remember when UFOs were young. All right. I keep forgetting how well my eyes work with these things on. All right, let's move along. I've got a lot of stuff to go over still. Here it goes. No. What time is it? Holy crap! Is that the time? I'm sorry. All right. Let me play this video. You know, I'm really getting worried about Into Thin Air. Where is he? You know what I mean? Where is he? I think he was here the other day, yeah? Last Friday, maybe? Yeah, man, I want to see if he did anything. I have his channel like on my Google screen as one of my favorites, you know? And I haven't seen anything. Let me go there now. Into Thin Air, man. Where are you? Huh. Why did it do that? It erased him. It's erased. Yeah, 2 months ago. Darn it. All right, well, I have the third phase of Moon video. It's brand new. Let's take a little look, shall we? Whispers of the Anunnaki, tracing the alien bloodline. Giddy up.
From the misty dawn of civilization, whispers of bloodlines weave a tapestry of power, mystery, and intrigue. These lineages, cloaked in legends and half-truths, have captivated our imaginations for millennia. Their legacies echo through the monuments they built, the empires they forged, and the secrets they still hold close. But the stories of ancient bloodlines are not solely etched in stone and parchment. They shimmer with tales of the extraordinary, of superhuman abilities or hidden knowledge passed down through the generations. Beneath the crimson tide that courses through our veins whispers a hidden story. A tale of ancient lineages, unexpected origins, and a scientific twist that challenges the very notion of human blood. This is the chronicle of the RH Factor, a puzzle etched in red, and the curious case of those who bear its unique mark. Today, we will explore the RH negative anomaly and our ancient origins. Could RH negative individuals be descendants of a bloodline that is not from Earth? For centuries, blood has been seen as the very essence of life, a river connecting generations, carrying not just oxygen, but whispers of our ancestors. We understand the ABO system, the A, B, AB, and O that dance on our red blood cells. But there's another secret factor lurking within, the RH factor, a protein on the surface of red blood cells, present in most, yet absent in a rare few. These are the RH negative, a bloodline marked by a missing piece, a curious anomaly in the human tapestry. The earliest seeds of dynastic rule sprouted in fertile valleys and among mighty rivers. Leaders solidified their power through conquest and cunning. Megalithic temples were built all over the world to commemorate their history and prowess for future generations. Their bloodlines, imbued with claims of divine right or mythical ancestry, became pillars of burgeoning empires. Was this divine right more than myth and legend? It seems these rulers even today come from important bloodlines that have been carefully watched. One factor many of these dynasties have in common is the RH negative blood type.
We'll stop it there. If you want to watch the rest of that documentary, I will put the link in the show description immediately after the show ends. About 10 minutes it takes. Not even. And it's called Whispers of the Anunnaki, Tracing the Alien Bloodline Through History, with Apala Asteria, made by the Cousins brothers. It looks good. Yeah. I mean, I'm so used to seeing their stuff. You know, it's like, it's going to be good. So, I can't say it's going to suck. Can we? I don't think Third Phase ever put anything out that I didn't like. I'm a little biased, though. You know? Hold on a second. Hold on, I got to answer this. It's my dealer. No, it's not. Well, you know, that's it. That's it for tonight. I want to thank everybody for hanging out. It went by so fast. I literally have nothing else to talk about. Although I never really mentioned China that much, but they are. You know what? I need to show you this. That's right. I forgot all about the main topic. So don't go anywhere. Hold on. Hold on tight. Where is it, though? See? All right, I think I found it. Now, you know, this is odd. Well, the truth of the matter is, I did talk about it earlier in the show. Yeah, I did talk about all this, about the threat and how the threat, it's us, you know. It's China. Remember, I said that earlier on, that China has the technology. It's light years ahead of us. And our military knows it. It's been talked about. Elizondo even said it. I've heard Mellon say it. I've seen it on the news because they're so real. all that stuff, everybody's talking about how China is light years ahead of us in drone technology and hypersonic technology, with a payload of a bomb. And I think it's possible that one of our black budget programmers made something, back engineered some technology, maybe hid it from the government, didn't tell them, and have now made something that can do, and we don't have anything like it. Let's just say that. We have nothing like it. All right. Anyway, that's that. And they're worried. That's what they're worried. We can't stop the UFOs. We can't stop these Tic Tacs. If the Tic Tacs are China drones, they are taking one hell of a chance. And besides, we heard Fravor say, I'm sorry, let me take that back. We've heard Ryan Graves say for 2 years they were sitting out, a few miles in the distance on the border of their training exercise. And for 2 years, they seen them almost every day. Every day? Every day. And yet, there's no phone evidence that anybody hidden secretly took out. You know what? We may see one of those UFOs today. No, nobody's done that. I believe that's been done. You know by who? Graves. Now, if he did do that, it would be recorded and he can be in a lot of trouble because you're not supposed to bring your phone technology or anything else into the cockpit of your F-22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17. Well, it can mess with the electronics. Next thing you know, you're ejected. 500 miles an hour. That's where we're at. Right now, we are sitting ducks for UAPs. China. I'm telling you, China is the Tic Tac, but we can't prove it. But I hate this. I hate this part. Because I really, truly think that everything Ryan Graves said he saw on radar, and everybody else saw these UFOs for nearly 2 years. 2 years? 2 years. I find it difficult that there's no evidence of it. I think it's out there, but nobody on land has seen a Tic Tac. No other photos of a Tic Tac. Now, I know what you're going to say. No, Rich, there's lots of videos out there of Tic Tacs over the United States. No, those are misidentifications of airplanes at the right angle with the reflection of the sun off the paint of the airplane. Look, if there is one, I would have saved it here and play it every night for you. Because I would be thrilled that there's an actual UFO captured on video that's in the public. There's nothing like that. Let me remind you, though, the people that are telling us all this stuff, they don't care.
Enough to finish the very mission they gave me in the first place. I didn't ask for it. I'm not a UFO guy. I'm not a ufologist. I never have been. I never will be.
See?
I'm a counterterrorism and counterespionage guy. I do counterintelligence, counterinsurgencies. That's what I do. And it just so happens that in 2008, I was asked to apply those same skill sets into the
UFO community. Alfie Joe Bob, you're reminding me of the poll. Thank you for the $2 super dono. Let's talk about that poll. Thank you. Thank you very much for the super, too. Yep, you can help support Goof on same way. Super chat, super sticker, PayPal, Cash App. All the links are in the show description. Why? It says 20 votes. Hold on. Let me refresh the page. That can't be right. Here we go. 151. We did it. We need 150 every night. All right. So the poll is this. I ended it. But why are UFOs, UAP, considered a threat by the U.S. military/government? Coming in at the lowest, 12%, it's China. And we know it, spy balloon. At 21% in second, we don't know what they are. Why are UFOs, UAPs considered a threat? Because we don't know what they are. At 24%, coming in third or second, they fly into secured airspace with impunity. And the number one Why are UFOs, UAP considered a threat by the U.S. military/government? At 41%, because we can't stop them. I said, we can't stop them. You know, truthology for ufology for you. That's it tonight. Thank you, Alfie Joe Bob, for the $2 super chat. Poll. It worked. Thanks. Hey, where am I? Here we are. We'll be back mañana. Got a good one tomorrow. We're going to talk about something strange. Mountains. Trees. We've done this 4 years ago. We talked about how massive trees were on the planet. And now we have evidence of them looking like mountains, but they're really trees. Just like the thing, Devil's Tower. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. I don't know. But we got something up our sleeves. I know. I always do. And we'll be back 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 Pacific, mañana. And what was I going to say? Oh, and the newcomers and the veterans. Thanks for hanging out tonight in the chat. Everything going good? If not, email me. Let me know. I'll be getting back to all emails tomorrow morning. So for those of you who emailed me in the last day or two, I started my emails returning today. One email took me 90 minutes. So my hands were cramping. So I'm getting back to those tonight and tomorrow morning. And that's it. And what do we do here? Oh, we did it. We did it. Truthology for ufology. Truthology for ufology for you. And that's it. You know what we got to do? We got to support each other. But you need to love yourself first. Alien bless. Well, that was a somber ending. Somber. All right. Hey, tomorrow's Tuesday. We'll be back 7 p.m. Eastern for this. Got a show for you. Be good to yourself. Love thy neighbor. Blah, blah, blah. Alien bless. We don't say God bless. That's what I was just getting to. We say alien bless. Alien bless. Go.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumb for having listened to it. God have mercy on your soul.